Hello, welcome to our Irresistible Bootcamp. I am so excited to be sharing with you. I am Mary Hanley, if you do not know who I am, and I am leader over the Money Mindset group. I hope that you are having an amazing day, and I hope that you are here ready to learn and excited about some new aspects that can totally change your life and change the way that you're doing things. Now, this boot camp is going to be a little bit different from probably anything that you have been a part of. For the next 5 days, we're going to delve deep into a lot of different aspects. Now, we're going to talk some about making money, changing your mindset. We're going to have a lot of different avenues that we're going down. But some of the main things that I really want to focus on is what is in our mind. The things that we tell ourselves every single day. The things that really get us moving. A lot of times our confidence is so low in ourselves and in our abilities that it keeps us from being able to move forward. We stay in this little box and we keep ourselves in this box, and it's hard for us to step out of that and get into a whole nother level of confidence and a whole nother level of feeling like we can move forward. But we were created for something much bigger than now and much bigger than ourselves. We are here to serve and we are here to help others. And if we're not doing that, then we are not living out our true purpose. Everybody has a different purpose, but everything should come back to serving someone in some capacity or another. Even if you are making money, you're still here to serve and help other people to make money and to help them have a much better life long term, because who does not want or need financial freedom in their life? When you are bound by debt and all of the things that come along with that, it causes stress. It causes so many other issues, marital problems, so many things that just come along with that. You can't do all the things that you really want to do if you're drowning in debt. So we are here to help move and catapult people into the next level and be able to move your family into a good, solid place and empower people to be able to make good, solid decisions, whether that's solid decisions in your with your marriage, with your health, with your finances, with whatever area it is. We are here to help find balance in each one of the areas. Now, this boot camp is very much specifically geared toward the financial aspect of our life and how we can make money. Now, you may be in all different kinds of different businesses. Like, you may be working in the corporate world, you may be trying to build your own business and creating your own, maybe an actual brick and mortar type business, or it may be an MLM type business. Whatever it is, these things can help you through every single one of those aspects. So let's start really quickly. I'm not going to spend but probably 30 minutes each day talking to you about each one of these things, because any longer than that, your brain can only hold so much. But we're going to have some little homework things as well that will go along with this. So this will really be kind of compact in our videos, but then you'll have some studying on your own as well. So let's start number one today. Right off the bat, let's talk about confidence. If you do not have confidence in yourself, in your abilities, you cannot move forward. You're going to be stuck. If you live in this place of fear and doubt and worry, you cannot move forward. The fear is keeping you stuck. It's keeping you from being able to do anything, because you're always stuck in this little bubble and always feeling like you're just not good enough. Your brain is always saying, oh, I can't do that. I can't go here. I can't go there. A lot of times, years ago, I would spend so much time being worried about what everybody else thought and what everybody expected out of me, and I didn't realize that it did not matter what everybody else was saying. It only matters what I know God thinks and what I feel like I should be doing. So I had to learn very quickly that I cannot live my life based off of other people's expectations. a very old book that we're going to be touching on this week a lot. It's from The Hidden Power, and written by Thomas Troward. Very old book from the 20s and 30s. Now, just because it's old does not mean it is still not very valid. This book has totally changed the way I think about life in general, and everything that, all the things that I've always learned, like, have come into this one, like, it's all come together in this one book as I have studied this book, and really truly got me to thinking about how I live my life every single day. I cannot live my life based off of what everybody else expects me to do. I've done that so long. I used to sit and just, I would think, oh, I would love to go to Australia or go do this thing, or I really would love to work in this particular area. And then I would have people, my very best friends, my own family, saying, you can't do that. You can't go there. That's stupid. Why in the world would you want to do that? That's crazy. That's far away. That's dangerous. It's whatever. You know, and I would pull myself back and I'd be like, oh yeah, they're right. I shouldn't have those feelings. I shouldn't think that way. You know, I wanted my own business. But for a long time, I didn't feel like I could step out of my mother role because I was a mother. I stay at home. I homeschool. I can't do those things because that's going to put my kids in a place of not, like I'm not going to be around 24/7. And I had a very special friend tell me, it's okay. Like, they're going to learn to take up some of that slack. It's okay. They're going to learn that they can do dishes, they can do clothes. That's not your job 24/7. Your job is to grow them up and then be able to take care of a home one day of their own and be able to move on. And it hit me. You know, I've got 6 kids. At some point, all of them have got to learn to do all the things. At some point, they're all going to be out of the house. What am I going to have for me? Nothing. Nothing at all. I'm just going to be here. You know, why sit here in this place of debt and misery? I mean, just like doing nothing when I could be helping them learn more of how to take care of a home while I'm in how to take care of a business. Like, they have learned so much as I've learned how to grow a business. They have been learning alongside me. They're learning to take on this whole new realm of responsibility. They've learned to change their mindset. It's been so beautiful to watch all the things come together in such a different way as I've built my business and helping them just to survive, you know, learn to take care of a home. And it has been so neat to watch. So this was one thing that just really truly helped me more than anything was this chapter on touching lightly. What is our center of support? Is it in ourselves or outside of us? Are we self-poised, or does our balance depend on something external? According to the actual belief in which our answer to these questions is embodied, so will our lives be. In everything there are 2 parts, the essential and the incidental, that which is the nucleus and raison d'etre of the whole thing, and that which gathers around this nucleus and takes form from it. The true knowledge only consists in distinguishing these two from each other, and error always consists in misplacing them. Now, when I first read that, it like totally like threw me for a loop because I really didn't totally understand what it was saying. But it's talking about what is our center of support. Are we worried? Is it external? Is it somebody standing here telling me, oh, you should do this and you should not do that, and oh, this is okay, but that's not okay? Or is it inside of ourselves? Am I my center of support? Am I worried constantly about what everybody and all the things around me are telling me to do? Am I worried constantly about all these things that are just falling down on top of me? Or am I going to just say no? No, I am my own center of support. I am going to be confident in my decisions. If I screw up, I screw up. It's mine. I will own it. But it will be on me, and it's not because somebody else told me I could not do something or that I'm not capable of doing something. Because that is where, and just like it says here, the true knowledge always consists in distinguishing these two from each other, and error consists in misplacing them. If we misplace that identity, if we misplace the fact that we're putting our confidence or our abilities in what somebody else says about us, then we're not living up to our true potential. We have to take on the responsibility of our own life. We can't worry about what everybody thinks about us all the time. It's a really hard thing to do sometimes. Confidence cannot coexist when there is fear and doubt and worry. We have to step back from that. We have to move past this fear of what everybody else thinks and what everybody else is trying to tell us to do. We have to move past that, and we have to live our life for what we know that we're supposed to do. When I finally made that choice to say, okay, I'm not going to worry about what everybody else says. I'm just going to do what I'm feeling in my gut is what I'm supposed to do. When I finally had that confidence to step out and do that thing, I mean, even all those people, now there were some people that still said, oh, you're so weird. Why are you doing that? That's stupid. Why? You can't do that. There's always going to be those people. And those people I had to step back away from. But the people that really mattered actually went, oh my word, like, you're different. What is this about you? It was almost like this total shift in their attitude toward me. Sorry, I've got something in my eye. This total different shift about how they were treating me because I had a different confidence. I came out of this whole new mindset of don't care. I will do what I'm going to do. And it was like I had a whole nother respect from people, some people. We're going to talk about other people and their opinions in a few minutes. When we first start deciding that we're going to take that step out, when we're going to decide that we're going to have a whole new confidence and we're going to live our life according to what our feeling is, what we feel like God's calling us to do, we have to cast aside everything, all the ideas of what everybody else tells us. We have to realize that we are unstoppable, that we have a greatness inside of us that is bigger than anything else that anybody could ever, the power in us is so strong. God gave us a special power. When Jesus died on the cross, He gave us a special power that would allow us to have that same spirit. When we have Jesus in our heart, we have the same spirit that raised Jesus from the dead living inside of us. That's huge. When I thought about that, I realized that, I don't have to live in fear of anything because I've got the Spirit living inside of me. I'm going to fully realize the magnificence that I am and that I'm created for greatness. There is no reason for me to not step out and do the things that I'm called to do. And that's the thing that we're going to learn this week. That is what we're going to be talking about. I want you to realize, I want you to think about a picture. I want you to picture in your mind a little body, like a big huge head, kind of like a caricature. Had the big head and the little tiny body. The big head is split in half. At the top is your conscious mind. At the bottom is your subconscious. Think about this head. Think about everything throughout the day. What's coming into your head? You're at work and you have a really bad day and your boss is just being totally stupid that day and being ugly. You react because of the things that they say. You react you sometimes may even, and then you may react and they may say, well, I didn't mean it that way. You're perceiving how they're reacting, and you're reacting to what they're saying. That doesn't mean that you're right or they're wrong or whatever. Sometimes we have to take all the perspectives and look at them in different ways and try to understand what other people are trying to say, because sometimes we do take people the wrong way. But all of these things are coming into us. They're coming into our mind all day long. Our conscious mind has to filter through that. Our conscious has a decision to make. Our conscious mind can only just pull in everything, and it don't really know what to do with it. It's just there. Our subconscious mind actually is where the belief comes from. That's where your faith comes from. That's where everything you make these rash decisions or methodical decisions. Your subconscious mind holds, it cannot tell fact from fiction. So everything you tell your subconscious mind, if something comes in, your boss is being mean, and you say, oh, he's being mean, he hates me, you internalize that. You decide and you choose, they hate me. So you put that into your subconscious mind. Your subconscious it does not know fact from fiction. It doesn't know whether it's true or false. So you internalize that, and you decide that they hate you. So then you're just mad at your boss all the time. Now, the fact may be your boss may have just been having a really horrendous day, or they may just have a horrendous life. Like all their days may be really bad, because that's where they're living, is in this bad moment every single day, because they do not understand these principles and these things that we're going to be talking about this week that you're going to be able to learn. They may not understand that. They're pulling in more negative all the time, so they're spewing out all the negative that they're pulling in. Just this constant pulling in, throwing out. So then you internalize all of that. You put it into your subconscious mind. You hold on to it, and you say, he hates me. You've chosen that. Now, what if, think about this. Think about what if your boss says something ugly to you, goes into your conscious mind. Your conscious mind decides, okay, it has a choice to make. At this point, it has a choice to make. It can choose whether it's going to go on the side of faith or on the side of fear. Now, if you put anything on the fear side, that's where the negative is going to come from. That's the doubt, the worry, all of those things. You're putting everything on that fear side. Oh, my boss hates me. He's probably going to end up firing me, because even though I didn't really do anything, he's going to tell everybody that he does not like me, and blah, 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 blah. I'm going to lose my job. So then you're scared to death. So then you're living in this fear all the time. So then through this fear, you just keep on building this case, this bigger case. And so eventually you might get fired, because you are now totally immersed in this perspective that's probably not even true. You've just built this thing up so much, but now you're treating your boss ugly because you're assuming he's going to keep treating you ugly, and you're just going back and forth. But just go with me for a minute. What if you put it on the side of faith? What if you totally internalize the fact that, okay, my boss has a really hard life. Think about all the things that your boss may have going on. Your boss may be having, he may have a really mean wife. He may have some trouble with his kids. He may be, there's no telling. That could be a gazillion different things. Your boss has this really rough life. So everything's being taken out on everybody else. Doesn't make it right. It doesn't mean that that's the best thing to do with his attitude, but that's just where he is. So what if you take, okay, he's mad at me, and let's not internalize that. Let's look at it from the perspective. I have a choice to make. You have a choice every single day. Every single thing that you think, every single day, you have a choice to make, whether you're going to throw it over here to fear, and you're going to be upset about it, and you're going to be crying, you're going to be just mad or worried or whatever, or I have a choice that I can put it over here on faith, and I'm going to believe that my boss is really, truly a good person. He's just got a really rough life. What can I do to help my boss to feel better about his day? You might bring him a cup of coffee one day, or you might just send him a note and just say, I am so sorry you've had a really rough day. I'm sorry that things are not going well for you right now. We can always choose to take the high road. We can always choose to do something and say something in a much better, flattering way. It's not easy. I'm not saying this is easy by any stretch of the imagination. And it takes tons and tons and tons of practice every single day, because at some point, every single day, and the more you try it, the more you're going to be confronted with something. So it takes very, very, very methodical thoughts and really paying attention to what you're doing every single day. So we have to really concentrate every day on making sure that we put everything on the faith side. Everything that we think, everything that comes into our mind, even when it comes to even politics. I mean, I know right now things are just so crazy, but we have to really think about that not every single time everything that comes into our mind is always going to be truth. We have to really think about what truth is and what we're really looking at. Are we looking, which direction are we going, and which way are we going to put all of those things? The dogs are going crazy. Somebody had to come measure something at our house, and so they're in there measuring, and the dogs are going crazy. So if you hear that, sorry. But it's one of those things where we have to be consciously aware all the time of everything that we do and everything that we say. So your homework today is, I want you to draw a picture. I thought I had a picture sitting here, but I guess I do not. I want you to draw a picture, and I want you to think about all of the things that come into your mind every day. What do you consciously think about yourself? Sorry, I'm having to think of how to spell something. Think about what you're thinking. Whether it's something that comes out of the news, something that comes out of off the radio, life in general, money, everything that you're thinking, everything that comes into your mind, just write it down. Write down all the things that come into your mind. And I want you to think about, this is your conscious, this is your subconscious. I want you to think about your conscious mind. What are you going to do with that? Are you going to keep it locked up in your conscious mind and then just keep mulling it over until you decide that you're going to put it on the side of fear and you're going to keep worrying? Or are you going to put it on the side of faith? And you're going to trust and believe that things are going to work out better than what you think they are? Because a lot of times, one thing that we have to realize is that the more negative thoughts that we have come into our mind, we're pulling more negative into us. Every time we have a negative thought, we're pulling more negative in. I mean, if you have ever thought about, like when you listen to certain songs can make you depressed, certain songs can lift you up, and certain things that you hear, like when you watch a scary movie, of course you feel scared inside. It makes you kind of feel like, oh, what if that could really happen? So like you have to be really consciously aware of all of those feelings and which way it's going to go. We have a choice to make, and I want you to, that's what I really want you to understand today. We have a choice. You always have a choice. No matter what, you always have a choice to make. So today I want you to draw the little head, and I want you, and your little stick person, and I want you to write down all the things, everything that you can possibly think of that maybe you're worried about, things that you think about yourself, some things that you think are negative about yourself, or things that you don't like, or things that you believe to be true about you. things that you believe to be true about your life in general. I want you to write all of those things down. And then I want you to go through and I want you to mark through every negative word. So if you say, I am ugly, then I want you to take ugly out and I want you to replace it with a good word. I want you to put pretty or amazing or beautiful or whatever. Pick a beautiful adjective that will make a total opposite effect. If you say, I am drowning in debt, I want you to change that to the opposite and say, I have massive amounts of money. I pay my bills with grace and ease. I pay my bills on time. If you have, I am fat, I want you to change that to, I am skinny and I have the most amazing body ever. Name off your attributes of the most amazing body that you can think of. Think of all the beautiful words that you can change all those negative things to. And then I want you to start concentrating on those positive things. If nothing else, if you can't do anything else, just focus on those positive things. If all you can say to yourself over and over again is, I am pretty, even if you don't believe it. I don't care if you don't believe it to start with. The more you tell yourself something, the more you will begin to believe it, because your subconscious will begin to take over. Your subconscious does not know fact from fiction. And I promise you, like, that is the weirdest thing to think about. But when you finally do that, when you finally see it and you change the way you're thinking about something, you begin to actually believe what it is you've told yourself. It is the neatest thing ever. And I never would have believed it. I wouldn't have ever thought that that was a possibility to change the way I think about things. But it is. And it is so cool to be able to watch. It's cool to be able to think, wow, you know, whether something's true or not, you begin to believe it. You've told yourself so many times that you begin to believe what it is you told yourself. And that to me is the most fun ever. Because it just really makes you so much more aware of the things that you were telling yourself every single day. And that's what I love. Like, I have become so extremely aware of the things that I just say in my head. And when this negative thought comes into my head, I go, oh, no, you go away, bad thought. I know another lady that will say, cancel, delete. It's really funny when she says that, but she said that really makes her wake up. Like, it's such a crazy word, you know, that it really makes her wake up and think, okay, no, that thought's not to be there. This is the thought that I need. And you will be amazed to watch yourself begin to feel different. People will begin to notice, and it will build a confidence that you will not believe. It's crazy. And that is all like everything we're going to talk about this week is going to hinge on the confidence, because it's going to be pointless to do any of the other stuff if you don't have some confidence there. So start here, start doing this today, and let's build this confidence like never before and make a gorgeous, confident self, and we're going to move forward. So tomorrow we will talk more about, let me see, what's tomorrow? Tomorrow is how to audit our friends, because unfortunately the people we hang around makes a big difference in how we perceive ourselves and how we move forward. So tomorrow we're going to talk about that. So we'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day.